Hey, bitches.
Hey.
We fooled you. You thought we were going to do an ASMR episode, but we're not.
I hope that sounded good, though.
Yeah, I hope so, too.
I think it sounded good.
We should do those on the side, like little mini episodes, ASMR episodes.
Just like a quick, like 5-minute
Yeah.
podcast, and we're just whispering the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, would you guys like that?
Would you guys like that? Let us know. Let us know if you would like that.
I think I could be into that. Oh shoot.
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of slay.
Okay, let's try it sometime.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Anyways, welcome back, bitches. I'm Courtney.
That's our thing. I'm Caitlyn.
And welcome to Bitches in the Breakroom. I don't know what's up with us making sounds right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ooh. Wah. Okay, I'm done.
Down with the sickness.
I'm sleepy.
Pull yourself together. Okay.
Oh man, yeah, I didn't sleep good last night, so I am like not even here right now.
The way I have a client in 4 hours.
Courtney just has a little bit of a gap today.
I have a little bit. Just a couple hours. I'll just have enough time to just like drive home and then drive back.
Are you gonna drive back?
Yeah. That's what I'm wearing right now. Are you gonna do hair like this?
Your outfit is interesting today.
I'm just chilling.
Again, 2 different vibes. We should probably try to coordinate one day.
We should probably coordinate at least once.
You're always like cozy cute, and I'm always just wearing fucking black.
Yeah, that's so true. You're wearing black a lot on this podcast.
I know. I'm just like a sleek girl.
You're just like so sleek and different.
With my hair looking a mess.
Yeah.
My hair needs something done to it.
Yeah.
I'm bored of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want, blonde?
I was thinking red.
Platinum.
Yeah.
Red.
No, I love my dark hair.
Yeah.
I just think I need my money piece, and
You
I
need
just
it brought up.
toner and maybe like a wash.
Yes.
You know, because
You know.
I'm a little greasy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Hey, Cor, how are you?
Hey, I'm really good. Caitlyn, how are you?
I'm doing great. Wow, you never call me Caitlyn.
I know, I always call you Kate.
I feel like I'm in
Or
trouble.
Kate-gina.
Yeah, Kate-gina. What are we chit-chatting about today?
Well, we asked you guys to share your experiences with like telling your family about wanting to become a hairstylist.
Yeah, this was my idea. One of the few ideas that I have for the podcast.
Yes.
Because I let Courtney literally take over. I don't know. I thought it would be kind of a cool topic because I feel like I personally had a really hard time accepting that was like going to be my career path. It's like going to cosmetology school and becoming a hairstylist, and then also breaking the news to my parents was kind of like, I just felt so much shame, and I feel like you either feel that or you don't, like there's no in between. And I don't know, I feel like it would be cool to kind of share our experiences with that, and then also listen to different people's experiences too. I feel like you had a positive one. Right? Mostly. So I'll share mine, and then you can share yours.
Okay.
I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, and then I feel like I shared this in like the beginning of the podcast when we did the intros, but I like got to a point where I was like so lost, and I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I hate school, but I know I want to make money, and I know I like to like make people feel good or like help them in some way, but I just didn't know what. And then I was working at a hair salon and then going to school at the same time, and I was just like, I think I like hair. And I didn't want to like accept it because I just felt like that was such an easy out. Like I just felt like that's what people do when they don't know what to do, and I didn't want to be one of those people. And I never like grew up loving hair. Like I never was like, oh, like I want to be a hairstylist. Like other people's hair freaked me out. I hated touching, like it just like grossed me out.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, but let me just see. So I went to tour a cosmetology school, and I just like told my mom, I'm like, let's just like see. And she was like very like standoffish, but like she came with me and we toured the school, and I was like kind of excited, but then I was like, I don't know, like I just didn't want to accept it. So we like left, and my mom literally started crying in the parking lot, and she was like, I just thought you were gonna do something else with your life, like I didn't know you were gonna do this. And I was like, yeah, all right, I'm not gonna do this, you're right, like I don't want to do this. And my mom is so supportive, like hindsight, like obviously she is so happy that I did it, but I remember that moment being like, yeah, I'm gonna be a huge disappointment if I just end up being a hairstylist when I like put all this like pressure on myself and like am such a motivated person. I'm like, I can't just like settle and do hair. And so I didn't, and then like a year went by and then I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I still didn't find anything that like I loved, but I knew that I loved like the hair salon environment. So then I went back and toured it, and then the second time she was way more supportive of it. But I'll never forget just like how like embarrassed I was. Like even in hair school, I was so embarrassed to tell people I was in hair school.
Really?
I don't know why. I think it just like had such a negative like tie to it, because I feel like I just never thought that a hairstylist could be something professional and empowering. Like I just always thought it was just like like that's what you do, like mom and pop shop. Like I could have never in my wildest dreams like thought of like this place.
Totally.
And I feel like I never saw like elevated salon. So yeah, I don't know, it took me a long time to accept that I was in hair school and like brag about it. And then I think I just woke up one day and like was like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking own it and like embrace it and like tell people and not like back down if they're like asking me what I'm doing or like talk down about it. I would always talk down on it. I would always like, my answer, like if you would ask me what I was doing, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to hair school and in college, because like you just never know. Like I'm still getting my degree. Like I would like emphasize that so much. Yeah. And I would like brag more on the fact that I was still going to a 4-year and just being like, oh, and hair, but like we'll see what happens with that kind of thing. So that was my experience telling. My dad was like, I don't, whatever, like don't care. But my mom was like in shock. Yeah. But now she loves it, and she's like, she says sorry all the time, like when we talk about it. But I don't know. Yeah. What about you?
Well, I was in college when I started working here. I was a client here, and then they posted a job opening, and I was like, how fun would that be to work at my hair salon? You know, like get a little discount, maybe spend some time with the girls. Like I just thought it would be like a chill, like change of pace from my normal work life that I was experiencing. And so I always went into this thinking it was just gonna be like a fun little part-time for me, you know. It was like just something until I'm done with college. The longer that I worked here, like the more I liked working here. Like I liked
the more you're like, I don't want to leave.
Yeah, like I was like, how can I manage to work here forever but like make enough to make a living, you know? Like what can I swing here? Like trying to like concoct something in my brain with like just working here in general. And then I also just like got really like intrigued. And I remember even the first time I got my hair done, watching Rachel foil my hair, I was like super intrigued by it. I was like, whoa, like
what's happening?
I had no idea. Like when I knew I wanted a balayage, but like I had no idea that that's what it like was like. I had never seen anything like this. Was before my entire Instagram feed was full of hair. I didn't know shit about it. I was just like, whoa, this is so interesting. Like, what is she doing? What's going on here? I don't know. Crazy stuff. But I started to like really just get excited by it, and like I sort of like kind of started to just like desensitize my family from it, because like I was feeling the same things. Like I was like, okay, like I'm feeling like I want to like go to hair school instead of like finish my last year at my university. And that, you know, I felt the same way as you. Like I felt pretty like it was almost like embarrassing for me that I like was gonna like drop out of like my 4-year university that like was hard to get into and like whatever. But like I didn't skipped class all the time. Like I loved what I was learning. I had a few classes that I like would literally die for my professors because they totally changed me as a person. But I had no idea, like the only things that I wanted to do after that would have required even more school. And I was just like, oh my God, like how long am I going to spend of my life in school when I could literally make money after one more year? Like I could make money 1 year later. Like if I just go to hair school for 1 year, I can make money a year from now. And like sucks, but like that was like a huge motivating factor for me. Like in my brain, like I was like, yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense to me. So I started just like slowly desensitizing my family and being like, yeah, you know, like the girls that I work with seem to be doing pretty good for themselves. Like, you know, like
Courtney's like checking everyone out. She's like,
yeah, I'm like, wow, okay, like, okay, so she's doing good. Like, you know, like just look at them like they must be, you know, obviously making more than just like someone who's just like doing a couple of trims a day, you know, like
Yeah.
and I'm also like sitting here like checking people out, and I'm like, okay, so that's how much this costs doing mental math. I'm like, oh, not bad, you know, like I'm like, I think I can make this work.
Yeah.
And then I just like sat down with my dad, and I was like, look, like I don't want to disappoint you, but I've been thinking about going to hair school instead. Like I feel like this would just be a better opportunity for me. And like I think at this point I had already had a conversation with you that I was like thinking about it, and I was like would I still have a job here kind of thing, you know, like I'm like, because I'm not gonna like go to hair school and then like not be working here. Like that's kind of like the goal.
Yeah.
Like don't want to do it if I'm not doing it here. Kind of
Basically
thing. You basically were like, yeah, duh, like literally duh.
I literally created a station for Courtney.
Yes, yeah, like literally built an entire new station in the salon. It even has a different counter.
just for her.
Just for me, it has sparkles. But yeah, my dad was like, you know, he's like a very logical person. He's always been a very supportive person. So he was like, I mean, if this is going to make the most financial sense for you and it's something that like you're excited about and you seem to be excited about it, like obviously I support you, and like I would also rather you know, take the steps to be closer to your career. Like those credits that you're getting in college right now will always be there, and if you decide you want to go back, like that's fully on you, and like that's totally up to if you want to spend that. He's like, I'll give you a year of hair school instead of a year of a university, and like I'll support you financially in that, and if it makes you happy, then do it. And
the most perfect response you could, like ever dream your parent giving you.
And then like, you know, my mom was like, really, you went to estate for 3 years? And, you know, like she was more like I could tell she was like whispering in my dad's ear, like, why are you encouraging this kind of thing? Fuck it, here we are, and glad that I did. It's crazy too, like I still have clients to this day that will be like, you finished 3 years of college, and like, do you ever want to go back? Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, do you see the results that I'm putting on your head right now? Do you think I want to go back?
No, literally, this is my calling.
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah,
like, this is the thing. Like,
but I get it too, because like you got so close.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like that or no?
I could see myself going back part-time, like down the line, just to
say you did it.
Yeah. I mean, I really.
But it really is such a such a business.
Yeah.
I mean, really. But that's a different topic for a different day.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was not like a terrible. That was pretty positive.
Yeah. I think it was easier in my position because I had been working here for a year already. Yeah. And like,
you kind of knew too, like what
I knew what I was getting into.
Yeah. See, I didn't really know. Like I don't know. Like I feel like I didn't really know, because for the longest I wasn't taking that so serious, because I was like, oh, my degree, like, and I think that's the only I know that's the only reason why my mom was like, okay, do it as long as you stay in college, and like, and she knows. And again, like my mom is the best. Like I think that just like freaked her out a little bit, and you know, it's fine. What were we just talking about? I'm having a huge brain fart. Like you knew where you were going. Yeah. And I just didn't. I just, like, I knew I wasn't going to work at the salon that I was at currently. And I was like, fingers crossed. We'll see where I go.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only but I, even knowing where I was going to end up, like, it was like, that was my like defense for when people were like, why the fuck are you in hair school? Like, so many people were like, your GPA was solid. Like, you're like,
have you heard of Cabana & Co?
I know. I'm like, well, check this Instagram out then. And like, come on. I'm like, does this look like a bad career calling? Look, like, literally look. And I'm like, look at how hot my coworkers are. Look at them. Like, I belong here. Who wouldn't want to work here? I belong here. Like, no, but people would always be like, you dropped out. And I'm like, yeah. I like to think of it as more of a just quick little school change. I transferred. I didn't drop out. I transferred to a whole different thing. I changed my major.
No, basically.
Yeah.
So we asked you guys to share, and we got quite a few. So I think it would be fun to like listen to everyone's different experience, and then maybe like just chat about it. I'm gonna keep it anonymous. You guys put your names on it, but I'm gonna keep it super anonymous.
Hey ladies.
Hi.
So my family was pretty supportive when it came to me wanting to be a hairdresser. My mom is actually a hairstylist and she owns her own salon at which now I work. So she actually was like, you have one school option, none of the others are even, you're just not going. You're not going. So I went and visited and I hated every minute of hair school because it was awful. But here I am, almost 5.5 years into my career and loving every minute of it.
Aw,
Love that.
I love that.
I think it's so nice when I hear like people who are like, oh yeah, like my mom
it's so common.
is a stylist. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I just never, like, that was never a part of my world growing
Yeah.
up. Like, it was such a culture shock for me, like, being like, oh, I can make a living
Mm-hmm.
doing that? Like,
Mm-hmm.
crazy. So that's awesome. How supportive and sweet.
And fun, like knowing. I would love to work with my mom.
That would be, I would not
Well,
love to
you
work with my
wouldn't,
mom.
but like I would. I think it's just sweet.
I wouldn't want to work with my dad either. We're too big of personalities.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like not with my mom all the time, but I
Yeah.
think we would do
Occasionally.
good together.
Yeah.
But I think that's sweet because I like even with my little sisters when they tell me they might want to do hair, I'm just like, do it.
Oh,
And I'm
I
just
love
like,
that.
I know everything. I can help you. Like it's just like such a good
Aw.
setup. I feel like for someone.
Definitely.
That's sweet. Okay, love
Love
that.
No, they were not supportive. They literally thought I was making a mistake and that I was never going to be successful. 3 years later, after being in the industry, I built a house and went out on my own in a suite. And now they're basically like, so proud of you. I'm so amazed with how well you're doing. You're making good money. Blah, 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 blah. So now they're like reverting back, and it kind of gets annoying sometimes. Oh, and they didn't even like want to support me through beauty school because they thought that it was a mistake.
Damn. Well, you showed
Yeah,
them.
wow.
You showed them.
Man, not
Damn.
supportive at all. I want to know more.
Yeah, like what?
What did they say that wasn't supportive? That sucks. That would be actually really hard to go through the schooling and not have that support. Like
But
my mom
also-
immediately like
yeah.
was like, okay, fine, like
Yeah.
let's. But
Like,
like
once you're in there.
that's tough.
I mean, good for you though for like, you knew what you wanted and you stuck with it and you're reaping the benefits of it. Haters gonna hate.
Oh, and it's also
It
like
just sucks that it's family.
I know, and it's also like such a full circle moment where it's
Mhm.
like, okay, like I made it.
And like now they're like, oh, we're so
But I-
proud of you.
And I also think like do give them some grace because
course.
I had the same mindset and I
Mhm.
was the one doing it
Yes.
in that position,
yeah.
and it's just like you just don't know what you don't know. And like I said, like I think for so many years hairstylist, like being a hairstylist was like one of those careers that like you barely made money in. It's
Mhm.
just to get by, mom and pop, and now it's like on a whole different level.
Yeah.
So I think maybe give people a little bit of grace when they're not seeing the bigger picture right away, because
Mhm.
I get it. I was
Yeah,
that was literally me,
definitely.
and wow. But that's awesome though. That's a full circle moment for sure.
This is kind of a sad one, but I wanted to share my
No.
story. My mom had passed away, and I inherited some money from her passing. At the time, I was trying to figure out how to pay for hair school, and I had just moved back from San Francisco, where I was trying to go to the Paul Mitchell School there and work full-time to afford living in the city. Because she passed away, my family asked me if they basically told me that I could use it for school, and so I started school a month after she passed. I guess my point of the story is that if she hadn't passed away, I wouldn't have been able to afford money for hair school and have gotten to the place where I am today. And in return, my family was really supportive because I was furthering my education in my trade school, and so they helped me along the way.
Wow.
That's kind of a bittersweet
It is.
story.
It is.
Yeah, I mean that is like you're lucky that you had a supportive family like through it on, like they supported you using that money.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sad that mom never, I guess, got to see.
Yeah.
But it's just weird how it's just like I don't want to say like, oh, things are meant to be, but it's just crazy how like
Yeah.
that happened and then like this fell into place for you.
Totally.
I don't know. It's like she did that for you.
Yeah.
Almost in a way, right?
Definitely.
Oh, that was sweet.
That is so sweet.
Okay, my family was so supportive. My aunt and uncle even loaned me the money
Oh my
to
God.
go to school because I didn't have any money at the time and my parents couldn't help me either. I had some questionable friends. I had a friend tell me the words, "Are you sure you want to go to cosmetology school? Because you're so much smarter than that. You have way more intelligence than to be a hairdresser." I shit you not. Still to this day, cannot believe that that was said to me, though I'm not that close with this person really at all anymore. Like, it's been years. At the time, I didn't really I heard what she said, but I didn't take it to heart. And now, as like an experienced hairdresser and being in the industry now for close to 15 years, at the time I was like, okay, whatever. And now I hear that, and now I know what it's like to be a hairstylist and how intelligent we all are and how smart we have to be to do and run our jobs. If I knew back then what I know now, I probably would have slapped her.
Oh,
Damn.
man. That,
You're so intelligent. Why would you?
like, you're too smart for that. Like, I think I would have reacted the same way as her. Like, in the moment, I would have been like, okay, yeah. Like, you're probably, yeah, I am smart. Like, but then, like, if you're thinking about it, then it's like, right now,
Well,
what
it's
does
like
that friend think of you right now?
No, and it's like, you don't have to be, like, typing research papers day and night to, like, use your intelligence. Like, there's multiple levels of intelligence, and people skills are not something that everyone has, for one. And there's also a lot of book intelligence in our career as well, like, beyond, especially on, like, a business ownership side of it. Like, you can't just, like, you can't be dumb and, like, be successful in anything.
Yeah.
You know, like,
What
that's
a,
so
yeah,
insulting.
that's such a, yeah, that's insulting now as a hairstylist. I
Yes,
think more than not. Maybe she meant it as like a compliment, but it's such a
Right.
backhanded compliment.
Totally.
And
You're way too smart.
but again, that's like the vibe that everyone thinks right away. Like, it's so sad, but that's like the reputation that hairstylists have.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't either.
I
haven't met anyone that it's almost I had to convince them that, like, my career was like
yeah,
a
like
respectable
valid
career.
That's crazy. I
It
hope
is
you're not friends
insane.
with her anymore.
Yeah, like you said that
Or-
you, like, don't talk that much. Like, girl,
Or hopefully she's
better
so
than me.
sorry. Like, oh
Yeah.
my God, I'm so sorry for what I said. Like, had I known.
right? Like, I didn't realize that was what the hair world was like. You know,
And also, like, she's so right. You really do have to be so intelligent on so many different levels to be a hairstylist because you are juggling so many different things at the same time. It's like you're juggling that pressure of, like, making someone happy, but also, like, educating your clients, setting
Yes.
realistic expectations and with timing too, formulating application, talking to them, like, being a people person. It's a lot.
It's a lot at once.
So anyone who thinks you don't have to be intelligent, you got it wrong, sister.
you got it super wrong.
That's wild.
Intelligent and efficient. Thank you.
That's crazy. Okay. And we can.
Oh my goodness, when I told my parents that I was becoming a hairstylist and I was throwing psychology out the window, I think they both passed away, went to heaven, and came right back. Because that was not the answer that they were wanting. Hairstyling to them isn't a real job. It's not a career. You can't make money doing this. This is more of a hobby, which it is. I freaking love it. My God. But no, they were absolutely mortified. And they're like, you're never going to make any money. You're not going to do anything. You're going to be broke your whole life. Didn't understand at all what comes with hairstyling and that it's actually a very big skill and you can make so much from it. They're shocked now. They're very taken back now with what I've been able to do for myself. But my gosh, that first conversation, nope.
Crazy.
She's like, and now I drive a Range Rover.
She's like, yeah, now I have 4 Ferraris.
And they just, like, can't believe it.
I'm like, which car am I gonna pick today?
I also love her voice.
Yeah, same.
It's like kind of like raspy, sexy.
Hot girl voice.
I do love it.
Yeah, I love that.
You have a good radio voice.
Ooh.
Maybe you should do this
Maybe you should
podcast.
have a podcast.
Whatever,
You
just
wanna
take my
take
place.
it over.
God, I hate my voice.
What?
I'm just saying, like, compared to hers,
Oh,
when you have a
okay,
voice
yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
the voice of a
You have
fucking...
the voice of an angel.
Literally.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's funny.
Damn.
It's always the parents.
It's
who-
always like once you prove them wrong, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, which
And
is wild.
You know what, I wonder if it's more, and this could be just like a huge stereotype, but like if it's parents who like put a lot of pressure on college that like talk down on it. Like I wonder if there are other parents in trade school or like who never went to college who are probably more supportive.
I don't know. I mean, in my situation at least, like my whole family went to college, and I felt like that was my only option.
Yeah, it was opposite for me. I grew up in a family that didn't go to college, so like why were you giving me a hard time? But also like I think I just like had something to prove. Maybe like I just like there was that pressure on me like that. You guys, we're recording at not our normal hours, and so the salon is open right now, and there's like music and sounds.
All I hear is the salon right now, and I have really crippling ADHD, and I'm like,
I also have FOMO. I'm like, so what's going on out there?
So what's everyone up to out there?
But yeah, that was kind of fun. I thank you guys for sharing your stories and for like putting it out there.
Yeah,
that's crazy. It's so interesting to hear everyone's reactions.
Well, I know, and I think it just says a lot. Almost everyone has the same experience and like feeling like we have to like prove our career to people. There's such a huge stigma around being a hairstylist, and shout out to all of us for proving these bitches wrong over and over and over. I say these bitches like, you know, they're it's like family,
mom and dad.
Like,
no, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna kill my mom, you know that. But like shout out for everyone who did have backlash and, you know, persevered anyway and chose their passion anyway and have made something of it and continue to make something of it. Like, it says a lot about your character, and you know, I think the vision of hairstylist is changing a little bit in the world. Like, I haven't experienced too much hate from people. Like, when I meet, I don't know, I think men are catching on, at least like men are catching on that like hairstylists do pretty well for themselves. Because like every guy that I've ever gone on a date with, I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm a blonding specialist. They're like, oh, so you're in there. I'm like, oh,
they know.
This is common
they know a
knowledge
thing
now.
or two.
Yeah. So things are changing. But you know, to everyone, I think especially earlier in time than like me, you probably had to deal with a lot more backlash, and you're proving them wrong.
Yeah, and I also like that you don't have to deal with that, and I think it's like hairdressers like us who are like outspoken about it, and
you like
just
set it up
making
really well.
Yeah, I really like give so much props to all the hairstylists out there who are elevating the industry.
Yes,
it's just so important to show this side of it, and of course, like I feel like 10 different sides of this industry,
of course,
but I think just showcasing how it is a real career, how we are professionals, how we should be respected. I think it's, I don't know, like, good job to us, and we should keep doing it so people can put some motherfucking respect.
Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name.
Hey.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Yeah.
That's what it means to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Just a little bit.
Respect, just a little bit. Respect, just a little bit.
Look at that shoulder pop.
That burnt shoulder. Let me hit that burnt shoulder. Hey. It's on the shoulders.
Wow. Well, thank you guys for sharing.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this episode up because I'm getting distracted by the salon sounds.
Me too.
But thanks for tuning in, and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Bitches in the Breakroom. Caitlyn's Instagram.
Caitlyn Caban Hair.
Mine's Courtney Cab Hair. And we love you, bitches.
Bye.
Mwah.